Every passing second, more than 2 people somewhere in the world relocate to a city from a rural area. With the urban population increasing at an exponential rate, it's more important than ever to develop innovative and sustainable solutions for people in the world's megacities to be able to move safely and freely within their urban environment. The flow of people into metropolitan areas is increasing and driving demand for urban mobility solutions. As cities become more densely populated, transporting people and goods safely and reliably to their destination gains in importance, posing the expansive question to leaders in engineering and manufacturing: how are you helping to solve the urban mobility challenges of the world?
The global society has one big trend, and this is urbanization. So cities are growing and growing and growing, and therefore mobility becomes more and more important. Everybody of us is stuck in a traffic jam every single day. So if you don't align in an urban planning concept the different ways how people are moving within a city, from a building to a building or within a building, then you just end up in a lot of waiting time. So I think we are faster and faster, but in fact we are faster in the moment when we move, and we become slower because we have a lot of waiting time.
We are the first time in history with more people living in urban areas than in rural areas. However, I'm convinced that cities overall are even more sustainable. We share infrastructure, we share transportation. Cities generate more jobs. Cities account for more than half of the worldwide GDP. So I'm convinced that cities will continue to drive world development, but definitely we need to find better ways to make cities addressing the key issues that affect the development. Pollution, health problems, and congestion is one of them, and mobility comes with it.
As the cities become bigger, early and very deep planning is extremely important, because once you have constructed a building, once you have constructed a whole district, it's very difficult to change afterwards. If you suddenly need one elevator more, how do you want to do that? So the planning stage has become much, much more important than in the past.
Technology, such as the one that Schindler is developing, can really bring a big difference into how mobility and cities develop. Cities, by simple scarcity of space, tend to develop vertically. Verticality implies that the importance of elevators, escalators, generally vertical transportation equipment, will increase. And in the past, this was all about transporting people the fastest as possible to one place to the other in an elevated way. Today, you can manage traffic as opposed to transportation. You can adjust by intelligent traffic management solutions people in a much more effective way.
Yeah, just to give you an example how we can improve mobility in a building. Transit management technology, which has been invented by Schindler. And if you think about the past, when hundreds of people moved into a building in morning time and were queuing up in front of the elevator, and with transit management technology, by grouping together people with the same final destination floor into one car, we can significantly reduce the number of stops on your way to your final floor.
Also, mobility will no longer be confined to every individual segments of transportation, cars, public transportation, or individuals. By using technology, you can connect all of these, and by result, you can actually reduce congestion.
So all the mega drivers from urbanization, demographics are in fact positive for us. And on the other side, we also have technology, which is driving our industry. One driver is digitalisation, but also the, let's say, energy savings, for example, is extremely important. 40% of the energy consumption in the world is driven by buildings. So as we are an important piece of a building, we can also contribute to a better world.
As the number of people in one area increase, so do their demands. Consumers and customers expect and want more mass connectivity, whenever and wherever they go. This is where digitalization comes in. Digital has the capacity to improve the efficiency and overall operation of mobile solutions, therefore essentially refining the aptitude of getting from one place to the next. Schindler's digital products offer diagnostic and advanced analytics that enable it to predictively identify, analyze, and resolve possible service issues on escalators and lifts before they occur, leading the way in the adoption of digital into the mobility world and the passenger experience.
Digitization is really changing the game. In the past, we just had informations. Now with digitization, we are collecting and connecting this information. It is like if we are creating a huge memory that can be assessed later on in different ways to retrieve data that before were just more ephemeral and not really able to be used for the future in different ways.
Making our elevators more and more digital allows us to offer more reliable products, but also offering completely new services. To give you an example, with our Schindler Ahead technology, we connect each of our units to the cloud. And this information and data is transformed into predictions, into real information, which allows us to give feedback to the owners and operators. In the future, we even might give our service technician clear information on what to repair, what to fix, and which spare part is needed.
The digital twin is the last frontier of digitization. For example, if I look myself in the mirror, a digital twin of myself would be like a digitized information set where everything what I experienced, everything what I know would be stored. Now, if we move to elevators and escalators, a digital twin is a digital set of information that collect how this elevator, how this equipment was designed, produced, installed, maintained, and operated. And all this information can be accessible for the future in different ways.
How might digitization change user experience? Think about the situation you are standing waiting for an elevator. In the future, you might see projecting content on the door of the elevator. So this is an example for new services we are developing. So it's not only moving people up and down, it's a much more broader ecosystem we are looking for, also including personalized information which can be displayed in the elevator on a special screen.
So how are Schindler helping to solve mobility challenges of the world? By embracing the changes that are developing within our societies and urban areas on a day-to-day basis, Schindler are leading the way in providing solutions to not only manage the influx of people, but advance the way in which they move in and around a city or building, whilst also accommodating for their digital demands. Schindler are pioneering the mobile industry with new and innovative solutions in order to enhance the capabilities and experiences of the people.